about time. Let's go. They were raising the rent up when enough was enough. Yeah, I just aim for the fence, bruh. And we up, look at us. Used to hang in the whip, wow. Now it's plain to the bus. Yeah, they say it is what it is now, but it ain't what it was. It ain't what it used to be. Traded in the Jetta for some newer keys. Traded in my privacy for scrutiny. Working like there's two of me. Only time I'm on a losing streaks when I'm losing sleep. Lot of fakes, only green is the jewelry. Said you getting bread, but it's gluten free. Me verse all of them, baby. Shout out to Jubilee. Do it for the future me. Bet my eulogy going platinum. Whoa, 100 singles, guess it's time I put an album out. See the numbers I was doing, still they try to count me out. I remember having one fan, rooms crowded now. Playing the season waited, I can give myself flowers now. I know they gonna talk when I drop this. If you gotta hate, go ahead, don't stop it. Boost what I do every time that you comment. Funny how your 2 cents turn into my profits. Woo! They were raising the rent up when enough was enough. Yeah, I just aim for the fence, bruh. And we up, look at us. Used to hang in the whip, wow. Now it's plain to the bus. Yeah, they say it is what it is now, but it ain't what it was. Rich shot, vibe shot on Macklemore. Sold out a show, so they at. One sec, buddy, I gotta finish this verse. I don't even ball like a matador. Still up in the. Okay, 1 second, look. Rich shot, vibe shot on Macklemore. Sold out show, so they added more. I ain't with the bull, not a matador. Still up in the house, staying golden like a Labrador. Hurricane category 5 when I stepped in. Feeling blessed, cause my son is my best friend. Not putting family first is a dead end. Hope you get the message like it's blue when I press send. Yeah, everything is working out, but my plan is still gotta back up. Never know when it could disappear, you getting cap cut. Saving for a rainy day, you can't predict the flash flood. Gotta get my cash up, got the paper in the bag, something like a packed lunch. They were raising the rent up when enough was enough. Yeah, I just aim for the fence, bruh. And we up, look at us. Used to hang in the whip, wow. Now it's plain to the bus. Yeah, they say it is what it is now, but it ain't what it was. Yeah, Cape Cod chillin' on boats. Couple day ones, I'm keeping them close. Steering that ship, I'm staying afloat. Fly to the islands, baby, we coast. I got some bread and they gave me a toast. They call me calm, but they know I'm a pro. Climbing the top, I throw them the ropes. House on the beach or a mountain retreat. Don't matter to me, cause I'm taking them both. Hit after hit, it's like 10 in a row. Again and again, I just get it in gold. So many packs on the wall, they stacking up tall. I guess I'm invested in gold. Wait, they said it all wouldn't last. Look where I'm at. Pot dog feeling brand new again. Oh, look, you again. Watch them all crawl right back. Pot dog feeling brand new again. Please don't ruin it.
Dude, the album is so good. First time he went like full album mode, it's fantastic. Connor Price, you guys know I was his #1 listener, like 0.001%. Love it. His creativity without cursing is phenomenal. I tell my son he loves Eminem, and I was like, dude, I grew up loving Eminem, but like, you know, Eminem curses a ton. He's pretty violent, and nothing wrong with it. I love it. Connor Price is like the opposite of that. But like so lyrically like sound, creative, like it's just fantastic. If you don't like him, I guess they call it dad rap. It makes sense. Like I've moved on from like the violent shit and like love that. So I don't know, it is what it is. Chris, this is no like I could care less who wins Penn State or Oregon. I didn't say that to my Penn State friends. I know that's like sacrilegious when you live in Pennsylvania. I don't care. But this is a very good beer. State Light, New Trail, Happy Valley. They sell this. For years, they could not sell beer at the State College, Penn State games. This is a very big one there from New Trail. Had this tonight at my dad's reet. You don't know about jail. You would love jail. Dancing came from the other side of the tracks. Dude, footloose, but loose. Oh, no, that was different. Yeah, I always love dancing. I definitely dance from the other side of the tracks, but it feels good. It feels natural, and I'm all right with that, man. Let your body move the way it wants to move, man. I believe that. As long as you stay true to who you are. It's a very thin line there. All right, listen, I'm going to drink this, though, to Chris. And the Penn State boys taking on Oregon 10-3. It's a whiteout game. I have a lot of friends at the game. You know, I am not a big college football fan. All right. It's not that I don't love it. It's just I didn't grow up around it. I've been an NFL fan because of fantasy. Fantasy brought me into football. But I'm going to tell you this. Watching the highlights of that Virginia game last night, how they stormed the field, like, it's just a horrible idea. The whole concept of what happens when that game ended and everything that happened, I'm like, how is this legal? How is this allowed? When's this going to end? But it made me love college football more because I know this goes on all the time. It's just a normal occurrence in college football. And, but it's just wild. Like, I watched a dude run onto the field and do this to the quarterback of Florida State. I'm like, wait, is it Florida State? Florida. Just Florida. No, it's Florida State. Florida State. That's how little I know about college. I just saw the highlights. And he's like, put his middle fingers in the face. I'm like, dude, like, how is he not punching him right now? Like, the restraint on these players. And what's crazy is, like, I would get it historically, like, now with NIL deals and, like, security risks and all the shit that goes down. It's just like this accepted... Well, Chris, that's a great question. So I had this exact conversation. Why don't they do it at pro games? Why do the Bears fans on a big win against the Packers, I know that's a far-fetched idea, but why do the Bears not storm the field when they beat the Packers? Why? That was my argument with my dad tonight. I was like, dude, it is a cult. It is awesome. And I said, I am starting to believe in college football because could you imagine a NFL fan base jumping on? Like, you're like, well, the stadiums aren't as big. There's not as many. Look, dude, you're not stopping that many people jumping onto the field. So why not? Snipers? Like, dude, literally, what is the stop? And I'm that's a serious question. Hit me in the comments. Like, Chris, tell me why. Like, what is it? Like, they'll kill you? They'll arrest you? Like, why not in college football then? How can they stop them? Dude, my dad said they're bigger degenerates. Guarantee if the Saints win tomorrow, that was my next thing. So listen, I got to give a shout out to Brad. Brad is an OG, and on a night where I'm going to let you guys know this is probably our last Facebook break in a long time, I got to say Brad has been around for a while. I looked at an old chat with Brad, and he was the guy who used to have to, ironically, we would fill so fast that people would be like, I'm going to, like, report your group. I got them first. Brad would have to go in and put some, like, code in and figure out who had the timestamp and that we didn't manipulate it. And, like, it was just this is before COVID. This is pre-COVID. This is 2019. And Brad would have to, like, settle disputes on quit claims. But Brad invited me to go to New Orleans. And I couldn't make it that year. It was on Thanksgiving, I remember. And then, like, similar to the situation with oh my gosh. It's been a night. It was my dad's retirement party. Slam. Same with Slam. Josh Slamkowski. I couldn't go to Detroit last year, which was a great game with Buffalo because it was my son on the day of my son's birthday. So 2 great opportunities to see Detroit and New Orleans, which I still haven't been to, those stadiums, but holidays, man. Brad, I got to tell you, I am going to Atlanta in a couple weeks with Jason and my brother to see the Bills play in Mercedes-Benz. But tomorrow, I am cooking a authentic Irish breakfast because my son's a Vikings fan. And so we are going to do they're playing in Ireland against the Steelers at 9:30 in the morning on the East Coast, 6:30 on the West. That's wild. Brad, what store do you have? I only asked because I just got a phone call from someone else tonight that said they might close their doors, and I'm curious what your store is. But anyhow, so I'm doing that. But then, Brad, you'll laugh at this. Maybe you won't, maybe you will. So I put in the chat GPT. I was like, whenever the Bills play a team, I always cook the opposing team's traditional food from the region. And so I'm doing like New Orleans food. So I said I want it kid friendly. So I'm making a muffaletta. It's a Italian loaf sliced horizontally. This is my understanding, with an olive tapenade. And then you do the provolone, the ham, the turkey, press it down, butter on the top, cover it in foil, bake 20 minutes. That's how I'm doing. I'm doing kid-friendly jambalaya, no shrimp, rotisserie chicken and sausage with the rice, peppers, everything. So we're going to do that in the afternoon. Brad, tell me more. And I didn't realize that because I know you had said it would have been your first one, but and also good luck with that. But hit me up on Messenger. Muffaletta. Yeah. So does that sound right? The olive tapenade with the provolone, ham, turkey, pressed down, butter, foil, bake. Do that. Let me know. Listen, I'll send you pictures. It's one way that I get to expand my cooking and enjoy also like the regional recipes of the teams that I try to do it on Thursdays even when like my team doesn't play. I've heard it's amazing. Muffaletta, yeah. Muffaletta, right? Muffaletta. That's my Italian friend goes, "Oh, it's a muffaletta." He goes, he's like, "Yeah, we had it when we went to this New Orleans dinner." He's like, "It's a muffaletta." That's cool. Well, I will send you pictures. We'll see how it goes. I got a lot to go over tonight. But I wanted to rip this. Big shout out to Doug for filling the mini. Then I realized there was 2 teams left. We ate them. But it's funny, Brad, on the night that you're in here and the guy who had to come in and actually sort out quick claims is going to be on the same night that I let you know. Probably maybe some serial numbers and stuff. But probably the last PYT random teams break we do in a while. We'll be heading over to Whatnot more permanently just as a result of I want to film more often. So... got to commit. We might have some additional breakers coming on. So either way, I love you guys, man. It's a beautiful time to be opening cards with friends and family. Big shout out. This toast actually has to go out to my dad, though. My dad's retirement party was he has one more day of work left on Monday. He has committed his life to making my life better and my brothers and my sisters and my mom's. And so big shout out to my dad. Cheers to Dad. Congratulations on your retirement. Man, as you grow up and you realize the sacrifices you make and the things you do for the people you love, I sat there tonight. I was like, man, this dude's celebrating his retirement, but it's not really like a celebration for him as much as it is like a thank you to the shit he did to make our lives better. Imagine all the money he would have had if he didn't have us. You know what's crazy, Brad? That first of all, it's crazy you're still trying to do that because when we moved into our small town in Northumberland, our first home, there was this building behind us and it looked like it had just closed down. And I was like, what was that? They're like, it was a little grocery store and they just closed like a year or two ago. And I'm like, man, that would have been awesome. Man, I hope it works for you because I do think, Brad, honest to God, and I mean this, I think slowly we're headed back to that. I don't know the situation you're in and what's going on, but man, I hope we go back to that. I absolutely hate big box stores. I will never buy groceries at Walmart. I buy like the shelf stable items. I don't even like going to like my Wise or my Giant because I'm like, I want to go to a market and they just continue to shut down. Even our farmers market to get like good things, they have upped their prices so much that like stands are like, we can't afford to set up here. And they're like, and so it's like empty. So the market starts to die. Who, Pops? My Pops? He'll be around, man. He's retiring now. He wants to break. He might be a dude that starts to break on Whatnot for me from his home. We're going to train some people. Actually, some people in this group may be breaking for us. So from their location. So we'll see. Hey, how about that? A Riley Leonard for the Colts. Although he ain't going to get a shot with Indiana Jones in town. Brad, if you gave him a Josh Allen card, do you want to know something awesome? And this is where I get it. He still has it. That dude will never sell his cards. Not his collection. I never have, still to this day, have sold a Josh Allen card. Have had great offers. Oh, come on, man. You have so many. Come on, I'll give you full comps. I'm like, I can't. If I didn't sell them during COVID, I'm certainly not selling them now. Now, I did back in the day try to, Indianapolis Colts going out to Stevener, and I think he's in here. I thought I saw him tape something. Maybe not. I got to say, back in the day when Mark McGuire was on his home run stretch, my dad had a bunch of his, like, USA rookie cards. There's a Travion. He's going to get it going yet. And I was like, dude, just sell half of them. Or send half and your best one's in for grading. He's like, nah, he never did. I think those he regrets a little bit because they are dollars, they're dimes on the dollar now, like pennies on the dollar. Travis Hunter. There's a Jaden Daniels not starting this week. Get him out of your lineups. Dylan Gabriel. Ollie Gordon stepping up. And another Colts. DeForest Buckner out of $3.99. So Brad, what kind of things do you sell in your store? You say a grocery store restaurant. Like, is it like a... I can't help but think it's like a small town store where you can get like hoagies, like maybe some fried food, and you also can pick up a few items you need. Quinn Ewers? McMillan? Like what's left about the great part of what used to be, you're still running? Man, I can't tell you the level of like just I this is not a facade. This is not me trying to like say anything you need to hear. I appreciate you fighting through it because it's what's left of the purest of what we used to be. I'll leave it at that. Bucky Irving, he's gonna step up. Buckner, former Buck or former Duck. Oregon, what is it? Oh wait, what happened? 16-3. Did they just score? Ooh, Chris. That's kind of how everyone thought it was going to go, though. Is it not? Like, dude, until they get rid of James Franklin. And again, I don't follow college football, but James Franklin, unfortunately, and I hate saying this, and I don't know enough with like evidence or anything like that, so like don't be like, oh my, he reminds me a lot of Sean McDermott. He does enough to keep his job, better than like, I'm gonna say better than. Well, no, I'll compare him to this. He is a Mike Tomlin of college football. You're gonna get ranked, you're gonna do enough, but you're never going to be elite. You're going to like get in there and you're just going to like flop. At least the Bills have made it. McDermott, like, dude, I want to like the guy. He's a nice guy. Battled skin cancer. You know, if you watch Hard Knocks this year, McDermott's like this dude that's just like down to earth. Not a player's coach per se. He demands a lot out of people, but like relinquishes his responsibilities to people he trusts. Great. I think it's important, right? Like you can't be you can't live in a world of Jerry Jones where like I don't trust anybody except, the people I want to control or manipulate. McDermott gives off the reins, but like horrible game manager. Horrible use of challenges, horrible use of timeouts. Defensive-minded coach, right? So like we see this as a Bill fan, and not to get off track too much, but as a Bills fan, we had Brian Daboll, who I think is still great. And here's my prediction. I'm going to skip ahead for a minute. I predicted Jackson Dart would start this week. I think what happens is Russell Wilson gets traded. He's going to end up at Cincinnati or the Saints. Daboll's going to finish out the year. Joe Brady, our current offensive coordinator, is going to get hired, and we are going to rehire Brian Daboll in the offseason to become our offensive coordinator. And if we don't win the Super Bowl this year, I think we win it when he's our offensive coordinator because we were that close to it. And I think Daboll's that dude. But anyhow, I go back to McDermott. Great defensive coach, but he's not showing that on the sidelines, right? We had, who's the crazy psycho that went to the Browns that clapped the clipboard and broke the clipboard? He was a psycho. That was the only time our offense sucked. The minute we fired him, we've lost like 3 games since then, over 2 years. This is a Jack Sawyer out of 849. But our defense has always been very good, but not good enough to stop the Chiefs in the playoffs. It's the truth. Goat bound, Darrelle Revis. Oh, with the R, I like that. We haven't seen one of those yet. Brad, I love that. You know, it's cool. We have places where you just grab the beers out, and not that it's the same thing, But we grab beers out of the cooler. You just grab chips off the shelf. You do everything at the end. They're like, what'd you have? We got the 2 hoagies, and then we had 4 beers out of the cooler, 2 bags of chips. And I've had people like, why don't you just... I'm like, because that's not how this works, dude. You tell them what you got. It's the way this operates. Well, like, what would they do? I'm like, it doesn't matter what they do. I'm not going to fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who don't know and they come out of the area, they come in and like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you asking me? We want me to rip off the dude that lets us grab beers out of the cooler so we have to ask him for him? What don't you get about this? Jaden Daniel. It's true, though, man. It's a different world, right? Not a lot of places operate like that anymore. Bijan, if you didn't see his legwork drills, wild. Let him cook. MVP of the Buffalo Bills right now, by the way. Not Josh Allen. It will be Josh Allen. But hey, Stroud out of $9.99. That's cool, man. You know what? Everyone loses if you lose, Brad. Keep going. Hopefully we can bring the same vibe over to is it another one? Oh, is that Penn State with a quick score? Oh, it was. Oh, a little post. All right, let's keep playing. 75-yard drive, 4 plays, 1 minute 55 seconds. Let's play ball. And again, Chris, I could give a rip who wins this game, but I'm going to root for Penn State just to like have fun with you. Bucky Irving, Barkley, Bose out for the season. Worthy back this week. Burrow until December. And we got a Joey Bosa. Josh Simmons out of $9.99. Worthy back this week. And then there's a Pollard out of $8.49. These Elite Megas, 4 numbered cards per box. Chance at a hit. The Score Blasters are the retail steal of the year, in my opinion. And I give a big shout out to... huge shout out to Chris because he told me from the start, hey, these Score Blasters are good. So every time I see them, I pick them up. And again, I don't have any like shortcut to pricing. I buy them as you would. I price them just the same, and I try to work it. Shipping's out of control, but obviously I have to work that in. But these, if you see these in your store, buy one. I'm not saying buy them to flip them. You're not going to make money. But this is the most fun retail I have seen since probably back in like 17-18 retail. No guaranteed hits, but we just saw we pulled a Riley Leonard. But we usually get like, what did we get in the first one? Do we get a number one? We got 1 numbered card. Just fun stuff, man. Just really cool looking. I think Score this year. I was sorting through some old cards this week. I'm getting ready again to do more whatnot and some singles as well. And I was going through some stuff. I'm like, man, Score really upped their design this year. They really did. Oh, there's a shot for the Saints. I love that Brad's in here. And he's not even in the break. Again, big Saints fan. David Populars has the Saints. He's a big Saints fan as well. But Brad, a huge Saints fan, invited me to go to a Saints game, like I said earlier, and didn't get that chance. Can't wait to go to that stadium. Although that area scares me a bit. I just feel like it's a Wild West out there a little bit. But I'm probably just like Shador Sanders and Nico. That's going to be a hit. Nico. So both blasters had a hit. One was a Nico patch. The other was a Riley Leonard green auto. Well, and Chris, I do have more of the megas. I think I have one more mega. I'm not gonna like scorn them yet, but I think I would much rather, there's Travis Hunter, have the blasters at their price point. So you over double the price with the megas, but don't necessarily promise yourself one of the top 3 receivers in yardage. Without looking up, without cheating, can you name the top 3 receivers right now? Don't cheat. I'm not giving away a prize. Just enjoy this. My dad did this. I had to surprise my dad. I had to drive my dad to a surprise retirement party. So, like, I had to play it cool, and we're talking football, and he goes, well, do you know who the top 3 receivers in yardage are right now? This is number 3. Can you name number 2 and number 1? I got all 3. I had one wrong guess. One of my guesses was my wrong guess was shoot. I know who the right ones are though. There's a Genty. There it is, Kevin Winston Jr. out of $2.99. Again, this is in retail. What a great audience. What a great audience. Hammered. No. DeRon Bland, that's another one of the SSPs. We got one. Again, a lot of these, I don't get them from like online. I pick them up whenever I see them. Oftentimes I'll get some at Target, some at Walmart. So like you can only buy 2 at a time most places around here. Dude, we had a Kelsey. How about a DeRon Bland? I don't know what they're going for. Probably sub 50, but still underrated SSPs, I think. I don't get why some things do more than others. DeRon Bland, Cowboys, Dallas, going out to Rich. That's a PC card for him. What a great card for him. Oh, there he is. What up, Rich? You'll love that. That's a right to the PC, right? Maybe grade. Like, is that one you want to slab? I've been talking to a lot of people about grading lately. You know me. I'm not a big fan. But single sellers are like, they won't touch it if it's not graded anymore. So then, ultimately, PSA is like, hey, we hear you. By the way, we're upping our charge. My least favorite thing about the hobby. Torrey Horton. Bo Nix. Ladd McConkey. Not feeling good about my... He scored a touch... Oh, no, not him. It was the Seahawks. One that sounds like him. There's a Jalen Milroe. Charbonnet. Man, if you drafted Charbonnet or... Kenneth Walker, at first you're like, damn it, I drafted the wrong one. And now you're like, I don't think there is a wrong one. It is Puka, Neighbors, and it is, who'd we just pull? Who's the guy we just pulled? I just said, Pearsall. Right here. Puka, Neighbors, Pearsall. Oh, my wrong guess was Bears guy, Odunze. Oh, no, it's Odunze. I think it's Puka. Is it Odunze? It could be Neighbors. Now I'm not sure. I guess Neighbors and Odunze. I think it's Puka, Neighbors, and Pearsall. Oh, yeah, it's JSN. JSN, Puka, Pearsall. That's what it is. No. It is. It's JSN, Puka, and Pearsall. And I did guess 2 wrongs because I guessed Neighbors and I guessed Odunze. I did have 2 wrong guesses. You have to forgive me because my stress level taking my dad to his retirement thing, I was like, I gotta sell it. Dude, it was such a funny thing too because it's like, hey man, I just need to get out. My kids are being like annoying. My wife's sick. I was like, the guy who delivers my packages for UPS, he's in a band with his mom, which is all true. I've seen him play. It's like he's playing at this winery. I was like, I have no one to go with. Matt is at a soccer tournament, or Matt's watching the kids. His wife's at a soccer tournament. He's like, I just want to be back for the Penn State game. I'm like, no, we'll be back. Like, we'll just stay. He's playing from like 3 to 4:30, or 4 to 5:30. There's just like, I was like, am I like proud of this lie or a little disturbed that I'm throwing it together this easy? And it wasn't like, dude, I asked him later, I was like, did you like buy? He goes, no. It wasn't until he saw his brother's truck in the parking lot. And I heard him say, that looks like Keith's truck. His brother's name's Keith. And I was like, what? I was like, dude, is that a spot open up there? I tried to like be like, I didn't hear him. I was like, is there a spot up there? He's like, hey. He goes, that's Rich's truck. He looks at me, he goes, dude, really? Is this what I think it is? Because he doesn't really even retire yet. It was a good time. I forget why I started telling you the story. Cam Scatterbo, backflip, motherfucker! Oh, because I was telling you how like I had played it so well. And I got my dad even into it. Because he was like, his guard was up. He's like, why is my son over here? And why is he wearing jeans and not sport shorts and a sweatshirt? Because that's all I wear. I'm like, I look like I collect Pokemon at GameStop. I just wear like athletic shorts, sweatshirts. I'm heavy. I shave sometimes. I steak most of the time. Tournament? Is it a tournament or a tournament? I don't remember saying that. Dude, I love this guy. I'm so happy I have him in so many Dynasty leagues. Why do you say tournament? Go ahead. Give me more insecurities, Brad. What else do I do wrong? I'm already so insecure. Tell me more what I do wrong. Nah, I'm messing with you. How do I say it? I hate when people say, oh, what's the word? And I'm like, I must say it wrong because I hate how everyone else says it. Saquon Barkley. There's a JSN. Herbert. Spellbound. Why do you say tournament wrong? Niner Nate in the house. Aeneas Williams for the Cardinals. Braylon Allen, is he going to step up yet this year? 849. Love that they're numbered. Wish they were a little less. James Cook, Bo Nix, Bosa, Bucky Irving, and Caden Prather out of 999. That's a 999. Mahomesies and Elite Mahomes. Tournament. It's funny, my brother says I say, always makes me think of Harry Potter. I'm going to need another shot. If I get a shot, it'll all come to me. You got to get more drunk to remember the shit you can't remember, right? That's the rule. Chamber. Chris Chambers and a Chamber of Secrets. It's like you say chamber the wrong way. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I was never taught to say the word chamber. It's just CHAMBER. Chamber or chamber. I still to this day don't know how to say it correctly, apparently. All right. Pull and pull. I wish I could remember the one. Yeah, pull and pool is hard. Like a swimming pool, and I'm going to put up a pole. A pole, I'm going to put up a pole, and it's a swimming pool. Poo, ooh, pole, ooh. What is happening? If Jamie was here, he's like, talk more about food. Pool of gravy is what we need. True story. I love gravy. Is KFC gravy the best gravy? And also, instant potatoes are the best. I love Mammy's potatoes. I love homemade potatoes, whipped potatoes, steakhouse potatoes. But instant potatoes with KFC gravy is just the best. A pool of it gravy. The pool of gravy. It's like, what's happening here? All right, cheers. There's Danny DeVito. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin. Come a long way since last weekend. Last Sunday I was in the ER all day. They told me I was going to die. I was like, what the hell is happening? We still have our hobby box for those of you leaving. We haven't stopped the break. Is that granddad's gravy when you say grandy's gravy? Or is that grandma's gravy? All right. Let me take this shot before we open the hobby box. That was just the little warm up. Rich, thanks for being in here, man. I'm glad you got a case hit. Thank you for your support too, Rich. I gotta shout out to guys like you and Chris and Doug and let me see, just on the list more like Richard and Hamner even lately, and Jason Franklin, and guys who are consistently Jason Mello, Joseph Taylor, the guys who have always been around. It'll be weird not doing these more often, but times they are changing. But hopefully, Granny's Gravy, an old chicken place. That must be a southern thing down in Texas. Hey, cheers, guys. Love you all very much. I hope you all remember that forever. Oh, Jack Cold is delicious. Penn State with the ball. They're saying Drew Aller might be the number one pick in the draft next year. Anyone buying that? My college people, are we buying that? Drew Aller. 3rd and 9, Penn State. We only have 5 people in here. State your name if you're here. Who's in here? I know it's Rich. I know it's Chris. I know it's Brad. So there's going to be 2 more. Who's still in here with me? Chris, Rich, Brad. I'm going to count you guys. If you ain't Chris, Rich, or Brad and you're in here, go ahead and state your name. Might be something in it for you. I'm just saying. All right, here we go. I'm going to give you guys a minute. Niner Nate. Nate Gogol's in here. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. Steve's in here. Is there more than 5? Are the numbers wrong? So I know it's Chris, it's Rich, it's Brad, it's Nate, it's Steve. If you aren't one of those 5, go ahead, state your name. I'll be right back. So the numbers are wrong because Doug's in here too. And now it's down to 4. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to write those names down. If you're not on that list, if you're not Doug, Brad, Chris, Rich, Nate, that's 5. You better say something now because we're going to do a drawing. Genty and Scattaboo. Olave, Prescott, Bijan, and there he is. The 3rd most receiving yards. I say it's out of necessity. And Doug, thank you. And Doug. Doug. That was the old comment. Bright Beginnings, 34 out of 50. Ricky Pearsall, 3rd most receiving yards. I say that this is out of necessity. You have no... Debo's gone. What's his name that you just paid a shit ton of money because he threw a hissy fit? Don't get me started on hissy fits this week. I've had enough of those. Ayuk is not playing. Kittle is hurt. And then freaking Mac Jones is your quarterback. And all of a sudden, Ricky Pearsall's 3rd in receiving with a 3-0 San Francisco team. And mind you... statistically, the strongest division in football. The NFC West has the most wins of any division in football. And you got Ricky Pearsall with Mac Jones, no Kittle, no Ayuk. Debo's gone. McCaffrey's like fucking non-existent, right? You're bringing in, Brian Robinson, who's not done much either. What is going on out in the West? What is happening? Seahawks in Arizona just put up a great game. Like, it's a little sloppy, but a great Thursday night game. Thursday games are always sloppy. And then Pearsall's 3rd in receiving yards this year. What is happening? Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. There's a Bo Nix vestige. JT Tumalaioa for the Colts out of 249. And how about a Troy Franklin out of Hundy with the Hex parallel. One of my favorite, honestly. I don't know what it's officially called, but I love these. Little like rhombus hexagon. It is a very geometrical parallel. We got some hexagons, some rhombuses going on in there. It's like a math tool in elementary school. Oh, that's you, Nate. All right. Nate, see what happens when you stay in here? Before I open the next pack, since that's our second hit out of the box, let me go ahead. Oh, no, that's the first. Oh, whoa, there was a hit and an auto in that. 1 pack, 2 hits? Dude, what just happened? You all see that? That was a nice pack. This is out of Luminance. There's 4 packs in a box. We got an auto and a swatch. So typically, if we're missing a hit, I give you guys one. We got an extra one. You guys got to give me something. Send me a video or something. Nate, I feel like that's you or Denver. Who's Denver? Joseph, maybe you? Maybe? No? It doesn't work that way? It doesn't go both ways? I understand that. I'm used to that in my life. But I am going to make this list real quick. And it is Rich Martinez, Chris Taylor, Doug Berger. It is Nate Gogol. No, not Google. Stop. Sorry, Gogol. Steve Hamner. That's 5. Let's see, anyone else I missed? Rich, Chris, Doug, Nate, Steve. Brad Warner. That's it. All right. You like that Google thing was funny. That was your fault, Nate. Had to tell, like, stop. Calm down. Hammer time. Not Hamner time. Hammer time. All right. Here we go. I appreciate you guys that are in here hanging out with me. Some of you have been around a long time. Some of you not so long. But I'll tell you what. This is everything that matters to me. Just hanging out. Watching a game in the background. Just shooting the shit, man. And you know, it's funny. Someone said to me tonight, the only way to make money in this hobby right now is to be a sleazeball. I'm like, it ain't worth it. I'm all right doing this. I said I want to rip more frequently. And the reason I'm going to try to do Whatnot more has nothing to do with money. It just has to do with, I can't wait 7 days in between breaks. I miss it. Like, I just want to fill. And I can eat certain teams. I can do certain things. But I can't go bankrupt just opening. Then I'm just a degenerate. I may as well open my own cards. You know what I mean? Like, you get it. Like, I don't have to explain too much to you. This is a letdown this year, Pacheco. But I do miss hanging out every night. Landon Jackson for Buffalo. This is the dude that has the shaved head out of 100. Buffalo going out to Dougie. And then Isaac Tesla. This is the girl on Good Morning Football. What's her name? Oh my God. And to me, she's so much hotter than the old Kay Adams. I know no one's going to agree with me. It's okay. I don't expect you to. But Kay Adams, the old Good Morning Football lady, she is like standard, slim, brunette, attractive, super hot, whatever. But the girl that's on now, the mom looking one, she does. She has a kid. She's like, just like run of the mill. Dude, does it for me though. It's weird, but it does. It's it's so awful. I don't remember her name. It's a night though. My brain shot. Isaac Tesla. She loves Isaac Tesla. I'll get it here. Hold on. I'm not even gonna look at the chat because if someone says it, it's Kyle Brandt, Manti Te'o. She's over in Ireland right now. Jamie Erdahl. It's Jamie Erdahl. Jamie Erdahl. Sorry, Jamie. Still love me? Do you still love me, Jamie? And Ja'Cory Brooks for Washington out of 700. Not the Washington rookie running back you'd think you'd see. Jamie Erdahl. My heart. My love. We're going to have a record-breaking high in temperature tomorrow at this time of the year. That's wild. Watts. Shedeur Sanders. Purdy about to spike that ball and hurt himself. Let him cook. Herbert. There's a please tell me there's a Pennick on Forgettable. That's a Kurt Warner. Is that a Marion Hampton? It is. This dude loves us here. Out of 25 for the Chargers. Going out to Jason. Grabbed them too. A Marion Hampton. Now, Najee out for the season. tore his Achilles after blowing his face up with the fireworks. We already got our 4 hits. This last pack is bonus. Amari Hampton is going to light it up. Now, probably not an easy trade target, but if you can get him, go get him. Herbert's he's on this pack. And I know Chris will appreciate this. Former Duck, right? Herbert? About to tear it up. I mean, it's like it could be a hardball AFC championship. I'm not ruling it out. The AFC West is wide open. It's not the Raiders. It's not the Broncos. I want to love Bo Nix. I really do. I really, honestly, I want to love Bo Nix. They just ain't there yet. Walmart's not ready for that. McMillan Tetra. But the Chiefs is just like, they're going to get Rashee Rice back. But you cannot, dude, you cannot in good faith wear a free Rashee, a free 6, whatever it is. Stop. People hate the Chiefs for good reason. And it's not because, they won. Everyone's like, oh, they just hate him because they're winners. No, when you're tight end and you're running backs are wearing free 6 because he ran over people, fled the scene of a crime. Dude, it's just that's bad taste. How does the NFL allow that? Am I bitter because they beat us? No, I'm really not. That was the Chiefs have always had really good games against us. And I'm not mad because the officials blow call. That's not the Chiefs' fault. Right? The only time I have been mad at the Chiefs is when they got called on a penalty. I remember I was at a WWE event with my kid. It was that lateral. It was they threw it down and everyone's like, Mahomes went nuts. He got fined. Andy Reid got fined. He wouldn't shake Josh Allen's hand. I'm like, dude, that's bad taste, right? That was the only time. Tez Johnson out of 50, and they're going to give us an extra patch. Terry McLaurin out this week as well. Beacons. So anyhow, I think it could be a horrible AFC championship game this year. Why not the Chargers and the Ravens? Guys, I'm going to tell you this right now before I do the recap. As a Bills fan, and I know normally we get to talk a lot during the week, we have done 3 breaks since the NFL season has started, and that's why we're going to Whatnot. I want to do them more. We're going to do them more during game days and things like that. The Bills are not even the top 3 team in the AFC. The record may indicate it. Their schedule is soft. Yes, they beat the Ravens. That was a really crazy night. We barely beat the Dolphins. We were in control the whole time. It was really weird, the whole game. We should smack the Saints. My hope for the Saints is that there's just no injuries. It's a horrible way to approach a game. Just don't anybody get injured. But my thing is that the Ravens are the best team in football right now. I don't care that they're 1-2. And they can lose to the Chiefs, and I don't really change it. I don't change it. The Ravens have on paper and as a coach arguably the best team in football. Sean McVay is my favorite. The Harbaugh, as much as I don't even like him, he's a great coach. They got a great defense, even though they're playing soft. Derrick Henry's fumbling the ball. That could all change overnight. The Chiefs is where I worry. Andy Reid's a great coach. I put him 3rd in the NFL. It's probably McVay, Harbaugh, Reid. But now you got the other Harbaugh with the Chargers. I just don't see it for the Bills this year. Unless they buy some defensive players, I just don't see them in the AFC Championship. I see the Ravens, and I see another team, and I think it could be the Chargers. Why not? Amari Hampton's great. Ladd McConkey, fantastic. Justin Herbert, maybe the best in the AFC. He's had some moments, but the strong arm, great dude, can chuck the rock. Dude has broken ribs throwing 60-yard touchdowns after he breaks his rib. It's just wild. Things change very quickly in football. Josh Allen's that dude. And don't get it twisted. Josh Allen is the best quarterback in football. At me on that. I don't give a shit. I'm sitting here saying that the Ravens are the best. Mahomes is still there. But Josh Allen's the GOAT right now. Right now. Not GOAT, but GOAT this year. Everyone's like, James Cook. Well, like, it's a game plan. But, like, it could be hardball this year. Are we, like, thinking that's wild fetched? Johnson out of 50. Warner out of 299. Jackson for the Bills at 100. Isaac Tesla. Shout out to, I almost said K. Adams. And now I can't remember her name again. It doesn't matter. Out of 299. Tumalua out of 249 for the Colts. Aeneas Williams out of 999. Braylon Allen out of 849. No one's going to send me a shot video tonight. I mean, like, in true fashion, I wouldn't expect anything less. Doug, Chris, Brandon, anyone? Steve, Rich. No shot videos. We're just going to go to bed. Cool. That's about how the send-off should work. All right. Caden Prather out of 999. Scattaboo backflip for me, buddy. 849. Kevin Winston out of 299. DeForest Buckner out of 399. Simmons to 999. Pollard to 849. Sawyer to 849. And Stroud to 999. We got the case hit. Bland for the Rich. That's going to be a great PC card, man. I would love that. I've actually bought an Allen one of these at a card show. Like $8. You know what's great about him, Steve, is that he does it with so much love. Like, so much love in his heart. It's wild. Like, he's cocky, but in the fun-loving way. And I'm going to ask you this, man. Is that me? I always like to do this. Perspective is key. So, like, it looks fun-loving to me. Does it come off just like, is he an asshole? Because, like, I saw his gun thing to the Miami, and everyone's like, oh, he's an asshole. I was like, all right, I get that. Like, I do. I see that. A lot of people say he's doing first down. He wasn't. He was shooting a gun. But he is fun-loving when he plays. He is so energetic. But I worry that maybe that's my Bills fandom coming out. So I wonder, does he come off outside looking in? Is Josh Allen an asshole, or is he just like a really fun dude to watch? Because, like, I don't think Patrick Mahomes is fun to watch. Talented, yes. Throws and escapability, oh my God, like, he's fantastic. Lamar, oh, he's just a running back. Just kidding, now he's just a quarterback who can't run. Oh, really? Now he does both, but his defense sucks. Now he has, like, Derrick Henry who fumbled. Like, dude, Lamar right there with him. Like, my hate for Lamar comes from the fact that I just feel like I can't connect with him emotionally. It's not a hate. It's just like, I don't like Lamar. It is nothing more than that. I just don't connect with him. He's probably, like, if I'm a Ravens fan, I fucking love Lamar. Like, he has done nothing wrong. I connect more just through me, who I am as a person with Josh. I don't even hate Lamar. I get nervous about Lamar. I would rather face Mahomes in the playoffs as many times as he has beat us than Lamar. Lamar scares me. Mahomes doesn't. The refs scare me against Mahomes. That's not Mahomes' fault. That's not the Chiefs' fault. That's not their fans' fault. Mahomes doesn't scare me, though. Lamar scares me. He's confident. And I worry that that's a bad thing, Steve. Like, confidence and cockiness are very, like, thin line. Terry McLaurin. There's an Amar in Hampton. Great card there, Jason. Brooks there for the Washington Commanders to Brad. Troy Franklin for Denver going out to Joseph Taylor. Pearsall, Nate. Nico Collins, Houston Texans on the mini. Brandon. And then Riley Leonard for the Colts going out to John Stevener. All right, guys. That is all she wrote. I know I've talked your ear off. What do we got here? What's the score? What's the situation? I haven't even looked back. It's been in the background. If you're on this list, and I don't even think I did, you're going to be invited to the Pick'em this week. You're going to get an invite. If you get in, you get in. If you don't, you don't. You're all invited to Pick'em this week. $50 to the winner. All right. Congratulations. Thank you for chatting. Did I miss anybody? Rich, Nate. No, you're on here. Doug, Chris, Steve, Brad. Let me see if I missed anyone that said anything. John Stevener. But he's already in. And he said something at the very beginning. All right, cool. All right, I love you guys. It's been fun.